Hello guys, what's up? Long time no see. I know it's been a long time. Today I want to do a quick video where I talk a little bit about my camera, some of the lenses I use for making not only these videos but the Can We Survive videos. Going to be using this channel not only to make my videos but also to try and, I don't know how to say it, to try and work toward my artistic goal, which is a certain look of the camera. Now, today there's nothing different than I've always done. Okay, no special filtering. I'm indoors. Audio might be echoey. I'm inside my office. But I am using a different lens. This is the first time I've actually used it. It's a little tiny pancake lens, and I'll have to insert a picture in here after because it's on the camera. But when we shoot Can We Survive videos, we use a multitude. I have a GoPro 4, 5, and 6. So I have a session as well. So, but I think my session, anyway, I use 3 GoPros, whether we're doing like overlanding, sometimes from additional shots, sometimes I mount it like to my backpack as we're walking. 3 GoPros. Niels uses his drone. He brought his little Mavic drone with him. And we use each of our Canon 80Ds. So I've had mine for what, 3+ years now? I got mine right after it came out. So however long the 80D has been out, I got it right after it came out. I've been using it ever since. He just got one. He sold off some of his other cameras. He used to use a 4K camcorder, but we figured it'd be better if we had kind of the same camera. We use both of our cameras. So in our last adventure, he was using it on a gimbal system. Obviously we ran into some issues and some problems along the way, some things that we need to fix and adjust. One of them was we couldn't mount his mic on his camera when he was using that, and he used it almost the whole time. So for all the other shots, we used my camera. And he only used one lens on his camera, which is a lens just like this one here. This is what we call it our vlog lens. It's a 10-18, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good wide-angle lens. It's not an expensive one. It's one of the cheaper ones. All the ones I have are kind of the cheaper line, but I think they work okay. So he uses this lens. Myself, I use this lens, which is the 10-18. I use this lens, which is the 50mm, what some people call the nifty 50. Very inexpensive lens, but a really, really nice lens. Only problem with a crop sensor camera like this, it's 50mm times 1.6. So do the math, it zooms it in more. That's what that means. For the last trip, I got this lens, which is the EFS 35 macro lens. We did a lot of the close-up shots with this little guy. Look how small the lens is on that. Really tiny little thing. Oh look, you can see yourselves. Alright, so this is the 35mm macro. If you unscrew this part here, there's actually LEDs, like lights, that can light up when you're going in really close for a macro shot. But even though it's a macro lens, you can still use it like you would a standard lens, which I'm learning. I also use this lens, which is I think it's 70 to 200. It's pretty good. It's not one of the super expensive ones because I can't afford that, but this is a pretty good lens. The only problem with this lens, it's only really good for B-roll, in my opinion. This is what's called Canon's USM motor. It's what they use most of the time. It's really loud for video. You can hear it. So that's the USM motor. 35mm. This has IS, which is image stabilization, and the STM motor. So in my opinion, if you want to shoot video, STM motor, which is a stepper motor, virtually silent. The nifty 50 has, I think this has it too. Yeah, STM motor. No image stabilization on this, but that's okay. This little guy, the vlogging camera, is image stabilized and an STM motor. This guy that I'm using right here, 24mm 2.8 STM, no image stabilization, pancake. You can use it while talking around the campfire, doing whatever. STM autofocus motor, in my opinion, for video is way better than the USM motor. Wanted to test this out mainly. Number one was to say hello to you guys that I'm still here. I've been doing a lot of stuff in the background. The videos will come. I just don't want to force them out. Right now I'm doing a lot of research. I wanted to let you guys know that I'm running, now I will be running this lens, 2, 3, 4, 5 lenses while we make Can We Survive videos. And you know, I have to change out these lenses on the camera body. You got to change this out in the middle of, you know, these dusty, dirty environments. So you got to be kind of careful with that. Like I said, Niels basically runs just this one lens on his camera. It's real plasticky lens, so it's lightweight. Mine is more stationary in the tripod, so we're changing out all the lenses. Pretty fun. I got some other ideas too that should improve our video quality over there. Not just that, but the content. Like, I've got my own, you know, Niels has his ideas, I have my ideas. We get together, we talk about them, and we try and come up with better and better content. Every time we go out, we learn something. Not only woodworking, forest crafting, bush crafting, adventuring, whatever. We'll learn something from that. But we also learn something about the filmmaking side of it. And for me, the biggest thing is I'll watch our videos. Like Niels edits them from all our footage, and I'll watch them, and I'm like, yeah, that was cool. But what I like to watch is what I want to produce as well. So we get together, we talk about it, he agrees, I agree, he has an idea, I have an idea, I don't like his idea, he doesn't like, you know, it's that whole constructive process where together, when we finish, we have what should be a nice plan moving forward. So it's ever adapting. So we're going to be working on that, and that's pretty exciting. We're kind of starting over on that channel. You know, we came out big a few years ago. We did a few videos, and we didn't even get into this process that we're in now, which is looking for quality and locations and all this stuff. We just kind of started making videos because that's what we wanted to do. We had a lot of people coming over from our other channels. Videos were getting a lot of views, and then we had to kind of back away from it. And now a few years later, 2 years later, we're going back over there. So it's kind of like starting over from scratch. That's why, you know, the views are kind of slow. A lot of, you know, most people out there don't know about the channel. We'll just have to keep making fun, entertaining, quality videos, and people should show, right? People should show. I think that there's a lot of videos out there on outdoor stuff, but our stuff is the same premise that it was before. It's two people, our interaction with each other on camera, beautiful locations that we try and go to, and just trying to do things that everyone can go do themselves. You know, get outside if you enjoy the outdoors like that. Go for an adventure. Adventuring is the big thing, whether you're just in a forest, whether you're overlanding, whatever it is. The adventure aspect of it is that. For me, it's so important. It's so important to me for other reasons. You know, I been busy with other work last few weeks. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of videos. You know, you gotta earn a living one way or another, and you know, YouTube thing is just part of the equation for me. It always has been. You know, live streaming, multiple channels, and you know, what I call a regular job. I mean, YouTube is a regular job now for a lot of people, but I can't just do one thing. I've got to do like 10 things to make it all kind of come together. And the important aspect of Can We Survive and making those videos, for me personally, is that if you spend every waking moment of your life, you know, everyone's different. You know, I don't have a family and all this stuff going on around here that, you know, takes my time. My time is taken up by working, trying to earn income to make a living. And I thought about it. I'm like, you can work so hard for so long, for so many years, and all of a sudden you stop and you take a look back and you say, why was I working so hard? What did I do? I lost all that time. I had talked about this before. You know, it's time to be able to grab those roses and to be able to some of the stuff that I want to be able to do is to go and adventure around. I want to go off-roading. I want to go out in the desert and go shooting. I want to go out into the forest. I want to chop on wood and have campfires and do all of these different things. It's a whole bunch of stuff hobbies that I love to do. But I need to do them now. I can't wait, 40 years from now when you retire. You're like, okay, I'm 70 years old now. Now it's time for me to be able to live my life instead of work 16 hours a day. You're like, well, wait a minute, it's too late. It's not too late, but you can't do all this stuff. You got to be able to do it at the same time. And that's what this is for me. It's very important that I'm so focused on work. I've got gaps of 10 years in my life where my head was down working and I didn't look up. I didn't look up and take a breath. And I missed a lot of time. There's also times in my life where, I would work 70 hours in a week, and as soon as that Friday came, and the end of Friday, bam, I was off. We were out, and just the whole weekend we were partying and off-roading and jumping dunes and having a great time. And I did that all the time, but oh man, it took a toll. So for me, this channel, Chris X, and Can We Survive, is something very important to my state of mind, my peace of mind. I'm able to not only make a YouTube video and post it for you guys, but I'm able to go out and do the things that I want to do. It's like those little vacation things, right? Man, I wish YouTube existed 15 years before, it did. And I wish I got on there then, because the stuff that I used to do, man, every video would be viral. If you could see the stuff that we did when I was young, wild, and crazy, it was super fun and super entertaining. I think that's what's important on these types of videos. So I think I took up your time long enough. Good to see you guys again. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next video.